Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We are on Chapter 10, Lesson 1, 707 is our page number. Now, Chapter 10 is all about dividing and multiplying fractions. So each lesson will talk about a certain attribute of a fraction or how to identify a fraction or strategies. So let's begin. Here's our first story. Leah threw 16 pitches in the first inning of the softball game. Of the pitches she threw, 3/4 of them were strikes. How many pitches did she throw that were strikes in the first inning? So you can tell that this is a multiplication problem because there is the key word of, okay? 3/4 of 16 is multiplication. And you can see this little number right here. Whenever you're drawing a diagram, that's how many pieces are going to be in your diagram. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see? All right, let's begin. Since the denominator is 4, the diagram is divided into 4 equal sections. Okay, that is key. If you can remember, whatever the denominator is how many sections. That'll help you not get confused through this whole chapter 10. Okay, number 2. Each section of the bar represents 4 pitches. Use the diagram to determine 3/4 of 16, or 3/4 of 16. 3/4 of 16 is 12, because 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. If it was times, it would not be 12, right? But we are plussing them. Got to control your signs. So Leah threw 12 strikes. Okay, next page. Find 1/3 of 15 using the bar diagram. Label the bar diagram that represents 15. So, I know that we're going to divide it into 3 chunks, and each chunk, 3 will go into 15 5 times. So each one of those are going to be 5 because 3 of them equal 15. The denominator is 3, so the bar diagram is divided into 3 equal sections. Each section of the bar represents 5. Okay, so what is 1/3 of 15? 5. So 1/3 of 15 is 5. Okay, we're going to skip that one and that one. We're going to go quickly to the next page. All right, number 3. They've already drawn a diagram for us. That was so nice. And the denominator is 2, so there are 2 sections. 12, we have 12 times a half. So we know that if 12 is going to be cut in half, each section is going to be 6. So 12 times a half is 6. Number 4, 2/3 of 15. The denominator is 3, so we have 3 sections here. See, 15 split up into 3 different sections would go about 5 times in each section. 2/3 of it, so I'm only counting this third, and this third. So 2/3 of that would be 10. Okay, 18. So 2/3 of 18. Look at the denominator. So we're going to draw a little spot with 3 compartments. Now, my 18 is going to go right here. So 18 divided by 3 would be about 6 in each compartment. Now 2/3 means I only am going to count 2 out of the 3. So 2/3 of them. So I'm going to count those 2, and that's going to be 12. 6 plus 6 is 12. So 2/3 of 18 is 12. Number 6, we have 9 right here. I'm trying to erase that. There we go. And our denominator is 3, so we draw a little diagram with 3 compartments. Then we draw a little coming up like that, and it's going to be 9. The whole thing has to equal 9. So 9 divided into 3 compartments is 3 into each of these compartments, right? But it only wants me to know 1/3 of it. So 1/3 of a compartment, 1/3 of the whole thing is right there. So 9 times 1/3 is 3. Okay, number 7. We have 8 times 1/4. 8 times 1/4. So that is our determining of how many compartments we have. And we are going to, this whole thing's going to equal 8. So if I were to do 8 divided by 4, I know it's 2. So each of these are going to be 2. And it's wanting to know 1/4 of these. So one little section is 2. Okay, number 8. We have 1/2 of 16. So look at our denominator. We're going to draw a compartment with 2. And then 16 is going to be right here. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 8 and 8 is going to be in our compartments. And our original question asks for 1/2. So we're just going to do one little compartment, and that's going to be 8. So our answer is 8. Okay, 25 times 2/5. So here's our denominator. So we are going to draw a little box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, added another one. 5. And it's going to be 25 is what the total is going to be. So 25 divided by 5. There's going to be 5 in each because 5 times 5 is 25. And we are wanting to know 2/5. So we have to section off 2/5. So then we add that 5 and that 5 together, and that's going to give us 10. So 2/5 of 25 is 10. Number 24, our denominator is 4. So we draw a little box here. It was kind of bigger than it needed to be, but that's okay. And 24 divided by 4 equals 6. So there's going to be 6 in each of these sections, right? That needs to be a 4. All right, so now we are doing 3 these compartments. So that's 3/4. So I'm going to add 6 plus 6 plus 6 is going to equal 18. So 24 times 3/4 is 18. Now this is one strategy at drawing diagrams of how to figure this out. This is the one I like to do best. 24, when you do that over 1, times 3/4. Now, there's a fun little rule that says look at each of them diagonally and see if you can simplify. I know 4 will go into 4 once, and 4 will go to 24 6 times. So then that way it's simplified. So I can go like this, and this is 18 over 1, which simplifies to 18. And that's what our answer is as well. So to multiply fractions, you can use this diagram, which what this lesson is teaching, or you can just multiply it out, simplify it. Choose your strategy. All right, we are going to skip that page and go straight to the homework. What do you think about that? Groovy, right? Okay, now we are doing diagrams. So here we have 2/3 of 36, and we need to realize that our diagram is going to have 3 boxes in it because that's what the denominator says. So 3 boxes, and the total is going to be 36 that everything in the boxes adds up to be. Now if I'm going to do 36 divided by 3, I'm going to put 12 in each of these boxes. And it wants to know 2/3. So 2/3. So I'm going to add this 12 and this 12 together, and that's going to make 24. Okay, number 2. Our denominator is 5, so we have to draw a box with 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the whole thing is going to equal 35. So we have 35 divided by 5 equals 7. So there's going to be a 7 in each of these. We need to know 3/5 of that. So 3/5. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3. That all added together, 3 times 7 is 21. And there's your diagrams and your answer. Number 3, Hope used 1/3 of the flour in the container to make cookies. If the container holds 12 cups of flour, how many cups did Hope use? Here is our clue telling us it is multiplication. 1/3 of 12. Now there's our denominator. So we're going to draw a diagram over here with 3 cubes. Now I know if I take 12 divided by 3, it equals 4. So put a 4 in each of these. We're wanting to know what 1/3 of these are. Well, 1/3 of the whole thing is just a cute little 4, right? So our answer is 4 cups. And yes, you do need to draw the diagram. Elijah used 3/4 of, that's telling us it's multiplication, of memory on his cell phone memory card. If the memory card can hold 32 gigabytes, how many gigabytes did he use? So he had used 3/4 of 32. Here's our denominator, so that's how many cubes our diagram holds. And 32 divided by 4 equals 8. So there's going to be 8 in each of these. And they're wanting to know 3/4 of them. So I kind of wrote my equation in the wrong spot, so I'm going to move that equation right there so that I can do the cute little connecting piece. So the 3/4, that's 3 out of the 4. So I'm going to add 8 and 8 and 8. That's going to be 24. So 24 gigabytes. Okay, here we go. Jeremy used 5/6 of a loaf of bread throughout the week. If there were 24 slices of bread, how many slices did he use? So 5/6 of 24. So there's our denominator. We know we need to draw 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boy, that was kind of a crooked box. Hopefully yours looks better. So 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So there's 4 in each of these. And we need to know 5/6. Which means we're adding this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 4 is 20. So the answer is 20 slices. Write a real world problem that could represent the bar diagram below. Here is a sample problem you could write. Then the equation would read 3/5 of 15 equals 9. Because we looked right here, we're going to add 3, 6, 9. That's how much he earned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can do your own sample problem there. Just make sure it fits the storyline. Go ahead and rip this out and turn it in. Let's do